Hey Junior Power Kids, welcome to the clubhouse. It is Miss Dana and I'm so happy to have you here today listening to a story from my very favorite book called the Bible. That's right, and whose book is the Bible? God's book. And he gave it just to us so that we can know him. Now, yell out as loud as you can. How many books are in the Bible? That's right, 66. And it's broken into two parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. So our story today has Jesus in it, so we know it's from the New Testament. So our story today starts with a dinner. So Jesus was invited to a man's house for a special dinner. And back then, this is going to feel really weird to you guys. Back then, they kind of like laid down around the table while they ate. So they just kind of chilled out. So they were all just kind of hanging out, eating dinner, when a woman came to the dinner that they were not expecting. In fact, the people there probably didn't really like her very much because she had made a lot of bad choices. Well, this woman came in and she was carrying a very fancy bottle of perfume. Now, it's probably way fancier than the bottle that Miss Dana has, right? So this bottle of perfume was probably the most precious thing that she owned. It was probably the most expensive thing that she owned. And wait till you hear what she did with it. So the woman sat down behind Jesus and she just started crying. And then she did something really, really amazing. So back then, remember, the roads were made of dirt and there were no cars yet, or trains, or anything like that. So they walked everywhere they went, and they wore sandals. So if you can think about it, their feet were always really dirty. So whenever people got to a house, the worker at the house would wash their feet. Well, this woman came in and sat behind Jesus. She did not work there. She came there to see Jesus. And she washed Jesus' feet with her tears. You see, she was crying and she was thinking about how sorry she was and all the things that she had done. And she knew how much Jesus loved her. And she just started crying. And she used those tears to wash his feet. And then after that, she used her hair to dry his feet. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't usually use my hair to dry people's feet, right? Well, this woman was showing how much she loved Jesus. And then she took her very expensive bottle of perfume and she poured it on Jesus' feet. Now, that is a really, really kind thing to do. I think she was trying to show Jesus how special he was and how much she loved him. Now, guys, the people at the dinner, remember, were kind of like, what is she doing here? But do you think Jesus was like that? No, Jesus knew all of the choices she had made. Jesus loved her anyways. And he looked at her and he said, you are forgiven for all of the bad things you've done. Jesus loved her no matter what. And guess what, guys? Jesus loves you no matter what, too. Even when you make bad choices, even if you get in trouble for not listening, or if you're grumpy with a friend or with a family member, Jesus loves you no matter what. Now, guys, this is super important for you to remember every single day of your life. Because guess what? We're not going to always make the right choice. And we need to remember that Jesus is our friend and loves us no matter what. See you next week.